Robin Washut here with HuskerOnline.com, joined by sophomore forward Jack McVeigh. Jack, a year ago at this time, you were fresh off the plane from Australia, just getting used to American life, Nebraska life. How different is your feeling personally from where things were 12, 14 months ago?
Well, feeling-wise, it's not too different, you know, as excited as ever, like still as excited as I was last year for like a big season, and still loving it, you know, love competing, love playing, so nothing feeling-wise has actually changed too much, you know, exciting opportunity to go out there and compete against the best, so, you know, nothing's changed too much.
Your class, the sophomores now, kind of got thrown in the fire a little bit last year and had to play a lot of minutes and play some big roles. I guess, how different, I mean, do you guys as kind of a group feel this season? I mean, obviously you got a lot of experience under your belt. You've been through the ringer before. From a confidence standpoint, I mean, do you guys feel a little different than you did a year ago?
Yeah, 100%. You know, like we know what to expect. For one, like every day when you practice, you know what we're going to be playing against. You know, you can't slack off for a single day. And we have the experience that we were lucky to get, you know, playing against great players. You know, like I got to guard Nigel Hayes in our last game against Wisconsin. And just little things, you know, the whole Big Ten season where you're learning every day. You know, every day you're trying to get better. And it definitely helps, like especially going into your second year or third year, you know, it makes you better for sure.
When you look back on your freshman year, I guess, how would you evaluate the way you played personally?
To be 100% honest, I wasn't the happiest with myself. You know, it wasn't like a disappointment, but like I'm my harshest critic. You know, a lot of people say that, but for like no doubt, like anyone that knows me knows I am. So, you know, I want to do like a lot more for the team, you know, and I want us to do like great things. You know, that's why we came here. That's why our class came here, because we want to make the tournament and we want to do those things, and we're not just scared to like shy away. So like overall, like I was a little disappointed in myself. You know, I wish I could have done a little few things more, or just like made a few more shots here or there, you know, and just I'm always going to expect more out of myself though. So.
Looking ahead to this season, you got an opportunity to take that next step. I mean, what do you kind of envision your role being? And I mean, obviously scoring is something this team needs. I mean, do you think that you might be able to be a guy that can provide that not only as a shooter, but maybe getting some points in the paint as well?
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, we've been going at it, you know, at practice, and we've been going hard, you know, and a part of it that I hope I can just make shots, make big shots, you know, where we need it, especially from outside.
Yeah,
with the loss of Andrew White, you know, something I can make up for kind of in that ability. So, you know, spreading the floor from guys like Ty and Glenn to create, who can, you know, especially Glenn, who's been working at it, can create like out of nothing, you know. So spreading the floor for those guys, and let, you know, MJ, Ed, Jordy, you know, all of us playing a big role in the upcoming year.
Three-point shooting, you mentioned it, that's a big need in this team, and a role that you could probably fill pretty well. I mean, is that something that you've kind of focused on this offseason, to not only improve your three-point shooting, but kind of create more opportunities for those types of shots in this offense?
Yeah, definitely, 100%. A big focus was, you know, footwork. You know, a lot of it, getting my legs under it, shooting with a little more arc, because, you know, you have to be able to turn into it a little harder, especially when now they know you're a shooter.
Right.
So just getting the percentage up as well, you know, shooting a higher percentage than what I did last year, and just becoming a lot more accurate, you know, trying not to miss a single open one, like an easy look kind of thing, and making all the ones that the team needs, you know.
When you look nationally, you guys are getting picked towards the bottom of the Big Ten. You know, not a lot of people are setting very high expectations for you, but you're talking with guys like Ty, and he says, you know, that just gives you an opportunity to prove a whole lot of people wrong. Is that kind of the way you're viewing this, that, you know, you got a chip on your shoulder a little bit to kind of maybe prove these critics wrong a little bit?
Yeah, for sure. And I love our schedule, you know, like that's why I came here, is to play players and teams like that. Like that's why I signed at Nebraska, you know, because that's the opportunity I wanted. You know, I wanted to have to go play against Michigan State, Michigan, you know, get to play against Kansas, you know, Clemson. They're the games that, like, that's why I play basketball. That's what I love doing. I love competing like that. So I think it's a great opportunity for us. You know, I can't wait for Ty to lead us, you know, and our whole group just excited to, like, shake some heads, you know.
What are maybe one or two things that stand out to you as the biggest reasons for optimism as to why you guys can prove some people wrong this year?
One, that we're just like such a tight-knit group. You know, I bet you, like, if you asked every team, they would say that, but, you know, but like we really are, like, off the court, on the court, like, you know, we're competitive with each other, and we're just great friends, and we work hard. You know, we have a great coaching staff that's working hard, and we're working hard. You know, in the summer we're in here every day. Like, I would come in early and see other people in here, kind of thing. So like, we work hard. You know, we're young, and so we're ready to go get it. We're a bunch of dudes that like a lot of people have doubted. So it's just an opportunity where we're all like, we're waiting for it. You know, we're itching for the chance.
A year ago, you were the young freshman. You know, your class had to play, you know, a big role right away. Now the guys behind you, guys like Isaiah, Jariah, Jordy, they're probably going to have to do the same thing. Are you guys offering any advice to those guys about what to expect through not only their first college basketball season, but first run through the Big Ten?
Yeah, for sure. I think there's only so much you can offer.
Right.
Because a lot of it you have to learn for yourself. It's hard to explain. But I think a big thing that I kept with me through the whole was Coach Mo, I think it was, said to me like pretty early on, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. And like, it really is, you know, like if you have a bad game, like it's not like all right, but you got to focus on the next game because you got another game in 2 days, especially once Big Ten season starts. Like, you're traveling a lot, and you know, if you play bad one day, like you have to get ready to train the next, and you got to start preparing. So you got to ride the highs and lows, especially as a freshman.
You know, last year a big thing for you was squirrels on campus. You were a big fan of squirrels. Are those still as infatuating?
Yeah,
a year later.
Like a while ago, like the UNL squirrel page, like followed me. They only followed like 7 people. I was like, yeah. Like, I gave them a little fist bump. I was laughing about it. Like, I love seeing like the black squirrels. But nah, they're cool. Like, I haven't gotten over them. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
I know you're also a big NBA fan.
Yeah.
The Warriors, everybody's picking them to be the kind of consensus shoe-in champion. If you were to make a pick, let's say, you're going to take the Warriors or the Field to win it all this year?
Well, I'm a huge Aussie fan, as we know. So, like, it hurts me to go against my man's Patty, but I'm going to have to go Cavs.
Cavs?
Yeah, I reckon LeBron's one of the greatest players of all time. So, like, and he's got a squad. They're going to miss Delhi more than people realize. And I think Golden State's going to miss Bogut way more than they're 0-4 without Bogut. So,
well, hey, and Australia showed what they can do in the championships this summer, too.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, hey, Jack, I appreciate taking the time.
Nah, anytime. Thank you very much.
Robin Washit with video producer Greg Peterson signing off for HuskerOnline.com.